Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cameron. As you can see by the title, I'm doing a truth about dating in college video. This video is to give you like a little bit of insight about what you may expect coming into college as far as the dating world. So before we get into this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on my post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So pretty much like I said in my last video, the Truth About Friends video, if you haven't seen that video, go check that out after this one. Basically, like in all the TV shows and movies that we see growing up, like Love and Basketball, Grownish, Different World, there's a whole bunch of movies and TV shows out there that we've seen growing up, that we've watched in high school. They portray super loving relationships and like you're gonna just have like the best dating experience, and like all these people are just gonna want to date you once you get to college, and that you're just gonna have your pick of the litter, and that they're all gonna be just like really great options of people to date, and then you're just gonna have such a fun time choosing who you want to be with. It's just gonna be super fun and very exciting. And then when you actually get to college, it's almost the complete opposite. Not for everybody, but for most people. Like when I was in high school, I would like fantasize about what it would be like to meet my husband in college. It was like a real fantasy of mine. Like I would literally think about that. And I was like almost sure of it. Like I'm gonna meet my husband in college. Like it's a thing. We're gonna meet and it's gonna be perfect and it's gonna be amazing. But then when I got to college, it was like, no, it's not. It's not perfect. It wasn't amazing. And I didn't meet him. Definitely not. I haven't met anybody yet that was even worthy of giving my number to. Please. Let's talk about that. The dating life just turned out nothing like I thought it would. Just like college dating, it's really not all that, to be honest. It's not anything to get like super excited about. And just a disclaimer, I know that there are tons of people who met their college sweetheart while in college and they went on to be married for 50,000 years, have 50,000 kids, and they're still together to this day. Yes, I get it. Just doesn't happen like that for most people. If you were a type of person who actually like met your soulmate while in college, you got blessed. You were lucky. Because it doesn't happen like that for most people. Even my parents, they met in college. They met here at Southern over 30 years ago. So we'll get into that later. It's definitely possible to like meet your person while in college, but I think nowadays it's a lot harder to actually meet like someone who's like of quality, who's actually someone you actually want to be with while in college. It's a lot harder. And I feel like people don't really talk about that too often. So basically my freshman year of college, I wasn't really expecting much to go on as far as my dating life, just because I wasn't really the cutest. I didn't really put too much effort into how I looked. Men are visual creatures. Boys really here at college, they're very visual, and I wasn't putting too much effort in. So I get it. Nothing was happening. Same thing for my sophomore year. Wasn't really expecting much. Again, wasn't putting a whole bunch of effort in. I was still like thinking about it, like, oh, my husband, when am I gonna meet him? Even if I did meet him, I wouldn't have been in the right headspace to actually like move forward with it, because I was going through things mentally and emotionally. It wouldn't have worked out. But then I got to my junior year. When I got to my junior year of college, I was sure that I was going to meet my soulmate, my husband. I was just positive. Like every day I would walk around this campus in anticipation of when, how, and where I was going to meet him, because I was just like, I just felt like I was getting a lot of signs that I was going to meet somebody. And so I was just like, yeah, it's going to happen. I'm going to meet him. And I was just like waiting with bated breath, like, oh, he's coming and I'm going to be so excited and we're just going to be so great together. I was just so sure that I was going to meet him. And then once half the semester had passed by and literally nothing happened, I had to let it go. So like once it hit late September, early October, I was like, yeah, this is probably not gonna happen. Yeah. Then came my senior year, where I am now in my first semester of my senior year. And I wasn't really expecting anything because, again, like I'm a senior. So like people meet people in their senior year, but I don't live out here. So it's like, it's different. Like if I met somebody now, that would be kind of like, really? Because I'm leaving in 5 months. So now in my senior year, I've noticed that like I'll probably get a few looks. I might get a stare if I'm dressed cute that day. I get some flirtatious energy, but it hasn't been anything like real or substantial for me. So now I've pretty much given up on the idea of meeting anybody while I'm in college. But that's okay though. It's okay if I don't meet anybody while I'm in college, because half of the boys, not men, boys, half of the boys on this campus are very immature and they're just not on my level mentally or emotionally anyways. So it's really a good thing, because I don't really love the idea of dating a guy my age. If you're a girl watching this, like, you don't want to date a college boy. Some of them are good, but most of them are immature. They're not going to do anything good for you. So what's the point? Like, boys in college, they just don't measure up, in all honesty, if we're gonna keep it real. Like, for me personally, I like a more mature man, you know, older preferably. And so by older, I don't mean like 45. I mean like, just like any guy that's anywhere between like 28 and 32. 30 would be perfect. Anything younger or older than that, you're pushing it. Like, you're really pushing it. Any guy that's not in between 28 and 32, for me to date him, he would just have to like blow my socks off and just like really impress me, and like, wow, like you would just have to have like insane chemistry going on here in order for that to happen. But that's besides the point. So really what I'm trying to say is, don't come to college thinking or expecting to meet your husband or wife as soon as you get here and have this like amazing love story. You might meet your baby daddy, if anything though. I'll say that. Your baby mama, your baby daddy, you might meet them. But your husband or your wife, I don't know. That's a little less likely, I feel like. College boys, not men, boys. College boys, that's what they are, boys. I don't care if they're 22, they're boys. All they want to do is just sleep around, drink, and smoke with you, and go to parties with you. That's it. Again, not all of them, but a good majority of them. That's all they want to do with you. Most of them don't want to seriously commit to you or make you their girlfriend or be extremely serious about you and fall in love and take you home to meet their mom. That's not what they're trying to do. Most of them, again, not all of them. But if they do make you their girlfriend, best believe they're talking to someone else behind your back. It could be your friend too. I just feel like it's not anything extremely serious with people in college. Like, even when I'm walking around campus, like, I don't see couples. I don't see that. Like, and if they are, they're not like affectionate with each other at all. Like, I don't see people like holding hands or like hugging or like kissing, anything like that. I don't see that at all. Like, I've been here for 3.5 years, and like, I don't see couples at all around campus. I mean, then again, I don't really go out that much, but even just when I'm walking to class and like walking around, like, I don't see that. I don't see people just being like couples being super lovey-dovey with each other, and like, I can see people and I'm like, oh, they're cute, or like they're a couple, I can tell. Like, I don't see that, nothing like that. And it's like kind of weird. You would think I saw more of it in high school. I saw more of it in middle school. Goodness, than I do now in college. I will say there are some unicorns in college. There are some boys here who are complete gentlemen. They'll treat you like a queen. They're very sweet, very nice, very respectful. They'll give you the world, and they'll be the best boyfriend that you could ever imagine. That probably makes up about like 5 boys on a college campus, maybe 10, maybe 20 if you go to a bigger college. So if you find one like that, again, you've been blessed. Not that many people here that actually do right by you and be faithful to you and treat you how you're supposed to be treated. Not that many of them. Like, you may find someone to be in a relationship with. You might find your college sweetheart, but do they treat you right? Do they actually love you? Do they truly care about you? Do they value you? Do they actually add joy into your life? Can you actually truly see yourself being with them for the rest of your life? You gotta think about that, because you might find someone in your freshman year and you might stay together to your senior year, but not even the right person for you. They're not the person that God has for you. So really, it's a waste of time. And so basically, how in the beginning of the video, I said my parents met here at Southern 34 years ago, and that was in 1987. So I think back in the day, it was way easier to find like your college sweetheart or like your soulmate, the love of your life in college, like back in the 80s and back in the 90s. I think it was way easier compared to now, because now we have so much like social media, so much technology. We have laptops, computers, phones, iPads. We have all of those things, and they did not have that back then. In order to entertain themselves, in order to have fun, they had to like go out and like actually talk to people and make connections with people and actually like do things with people, hang out with them, and actually form bonds with people and get to know people. And I feel like because of that, had an easier time, you know, finding that person that they clicked with and finding that person that they wanted to date. And I feel like now a lot of people would just be in a room all the time watching TV or doing homework, or just huddled up in their room with their roommates, not like outside actually like talking to people and getting to know people and making connections with people. It's different. It's like a whole different atmosphere. It's very different. So yeah, I think it was easier back then to find people compared to now, because back then, like, you had to talk to people in order to have some type of fun. Now you can be in your room the entire day watching Netflix and you can be completely fine with that and not talk to anybody. In order to find someone who you think is worthy to date you, whether you're a guy or a girl, you actually have to like be intentional about it. It's not gonna just come knocking on your door. Definitely not. I think social media as a whole has really played a role in this. It's taken a toll on like the college dating experience. Nowadays, people are always on their phone. Even when people are outside, you see people just scrolling on their phone, completely locked in with their phone instead of being locked in with the person that's sitting next to them. And again, back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, they didn't have phones. They didn't have social media. They didn't have Instagram or Twitter. That was non-existent. So like if you go to the library and you're sitting there and the person sitting next to you thinks you cute or something, they're probably more likely to talk to you. But now if they see you like on your phone, they're like, oh, they're busy, so I'm not gonna say anything to them. So it's different. It's a different vibe. So I think moral of the story, I'd say you can date in college. I wouldn't recommend falling oh so deeply in love with anyone. Not unless they're just like absolutely amazing and they're just like perfect and this is the person that you can see yourself being with for a very long time. Most people, girls and guys in college, they just be on games. It's not anything serious. It's not anything real. It's not anything that's extremely substantial or worthwhile. If anything, I'll say if you are going to look for like a boyfriend or girlfriend, don't date a freshman, especially if you're a girl and we're talking about a guy. Don't date a freshman boy because they just came from high school and they're like super like excited to like be around all these different types of girls and they're not going to be serious about you. Don't date a freshman. If anything, date the senior. If you're going to do it, if you're going to be in a relationship, date the senior. That might not even be the best way either, but I don't know. Seniors be on games too. And this is coming from a senior. The senior boys be on games too. Me as a senior girl, I wouldn't even date a senior boy. Not unless he was just absolutely amazing, but I haven't met any of those. So basically, if you're in high school and you're watching this video, you're about to come to college, don't get too excited about the idea of meeting your like forever person in college. Because some of you may be lucky, you might meet that person, but a good majority of you won't. I just gotta keep it real. That's okay, because your person could be out of college already. Because clearly mine is, because I only have 3.5 months left of school, nowhere in sight, and I don't want to date a college boy. It's okay to date, but don't expect that you're gonna meet your soulmate forever person and you guys are just gonna have the most amazing relationship once you get into college. These college people, girls and guys, they be playing games and it's not anything serious. If you're coming to college not looking for anything serious, then that's perfect. You're in the right track. But if you are looking for something serious, I wouldn't hold my breath. So that's the end of my video. That's my truth about dating in college. I hope you guys liked the video. Link down below what your experience was or is in regards to dating in college. And make sure to leave video suggestions down below. It could be girl talk videos, commentary videos, Q&A videos. Make sure to stay tuned for our next video on Tuesday. I love you so much. You can make it to the end of this video. I'll see you. Oh, I forgot. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone watching this video. And I know this video is going up on Friday, so it's not Thanksgiving anymore, but it's Thanksgiving when I'm filming this. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I'm thankful that I started my YouTube channel 6 months ago yesterday. Wow, I forgot. I didn't even think about that. Yesterday was November 24th. I've been doing YouTube for 6 months. Wow, that's crazy. So yeah, it's definitely a blessing. I'm definitely thankful that I started my YouTube channel because I think I'm getting to a point where it's like fun now. And I feel like I'm at a point where actually I'm making videos and creating content that I think is fun, not just doing it just to do it. So yes, I'm definitely thankful about that. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.